Thousands of voters in Guyana headed to the polls on Monday as the nation decides who will take the reins of power and manage its rapidly growing oil wealth. Nearly 750,000 citizens were eligible to cast their ballots, choosing from candidates representing 6 political parties. But on the ground, the race is largely seen as a three-way contest. At the center is the incumbent People's Progressive Party, led by President Irfaan Ali and supported primarily by the country's Indo-Guyanese population. Challenging him is a Partnership for National Unity, the main opposition party with a strong Afro-Guyanese base. Also in the mix, a new political force, We Invest In Nationhood, a multi-ethnic party led by businessman Azruddin Mohamed, who is currently under U.S. sanctions. Despite the high voter turnout and the high stakes, official results are not expected before Thursday. SK Newsline's Huie is in Guyana covering the elections.
Well, at the various polling stations, actually we started quite early at around 7 o'clock. We started from Suicide, Glendon Highway, and all the way to Georgetown. We also made it across Region 3 from, we went down to Wales, Potentia, and then all the way to Perica. I can say that most of the polling stations, well, of course, there weren't many people who came out when we were there. Perhaps, I don't know. So perhaps the majority would have come out afterward or way before. And the process seemed to be quite seamless, and there were persons there from GCOM who would have helped voters to allocate where their vote is. If the majority of the polling stations are the schools, whether primary school or secondary schools, and so because the schools are big and the areas are big, they have various polling stations in the very buildings or schools. And so there was assistance with the GCOM, the Guyana Electoral Commission, right there to help persons to find whether the names or the areas in order to send them to their appropriate polling. And persons we've spoken to, they would have mentioned that the process was smooth and simple, and while others were reluctant to speak.
Mm-hmm. Were there any reports of any concerns or voting irregularity? Did you see any of the candidates or any of the party leaders, and did they express any concerns at any of the polling stations?
Well, we did not encounter any of the ministers. We would have passed some of them on the roads, like in their vehicles, but by the time they were already fast moving ahead. And so, no, we did not encounter anything of the sort. However, we would have seen some persons of, especially of one particular party, who would have had some disgruntled situation, but that would have been floating around Facebook. It's not something that we would have encountered in person.
I see the voting was going smoothly, and all the facility, everything go smooth,
The process was smooth. I didn't left early because I know early would it be, So I left at 2:01, and I went. It was no long line or anything. I went and they showed me my initial K, and I voted. I voted like a boss, and everything got so far so good. I'm going to eat now and wait for the results.
And they got to get it right. She gets it right.
Coming out of Guyana.
For me, I don't have any complaint. It was smooth, comfortable, everything well explained in details. It was okay for me. No complaints on my behalf. But there are other complaints from other people. I can't say, I could only say for me.